Hey guys, what's up? The Black Beauty here. Hope all is well. It is a Monday evening. I came in a few minutes early, 6:45. I kept pushing this out yesterday. 6:45. Figured I would jump on here with you guys and talk shit for a little bit. Hey, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Let's see. People come in. I need to put on the AC because this leather vest is actually super hot. Let's see. I hope some people come in here, and I don't do a lot of. Let's see who comes in. My skin looks good too. Let me put this AC on because it really is hot. You guys, it's like really hot. So let's call from the back. Okay. All right. The AC on, guys. No, I just did this as a live video because I always feel like people respond better to live videos when they see it. Have some followers. Let's see who jumps on here. But really, I put this live together. I mean, I just scheduled this because I was on the lead attorney's page yesterday watching, and oh my god, it went on for hours. Like I literally went to sleep and woke back up, and shit was still, the conversation was still going. So you know, he's like a true lawyer. But what I will say is that I had so many thoughts that I tried to jump on the stream and it was impossible. So I figured I would come and put my thoughts over here. And if anybody cared about them, they could come and find them. Um, I guess this video is mostly what I believe um, men of high value are looking for when they're looking for, you know, specific types of women or whatever. Um, it's just my thoughts. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I doubt it. I mean, the majority of the high value men are in this city, and or at least were in this city. You know, and I've seen so many of them, worked with so many of them, dated so many of them, might be going out with one of them tonight. And to be honest with you, there's nothing but an abundance of high value men in a place like New York City, also known as New York City right now. It's kind of crazy. But what are men looking for? What are high value men looking for from certain women when they're looking to get married? It's so interesting because that whole conversation yesterday, there were so many points, and like I can't even remember all of them, but I do remember specifically uh, the one point about high value men exercising options and just having options, maybe not even using them, but just knowing he has them. And I thought that was really interesting because women have options as well, but high value men actually have a lot more options than women. See, the thing is, we as women, we have a lot of options, but if I'm being honest, and I'm glad that I did this today, I jumped on my Hinge, and I'm always on Hinge, by the way, but I never go out with anybody. So I made a decision that I'm actually going to try to go out with a couple of gentlemen this summer. Um, I've been on this for like a year, and I literally talk to people on it, but I never go out with anyone. And it's not because they don't want to go out, they don't ask me out. It's because I don't really continue much more of the conversation to even get to that point. I'm just like, hey, thank you. And then if a guy is too salacious, I might unmatch with him. But like, funny story today, a man that I matched with, who I actually didn't even like him. I thought he was too short and he had red hair, and I was like, that doesn't work for me. Sorry, I don't like redheads. And I'm not even like if I'm into like guys, they have to have a certain kind of like red hair. It's not gonna work. So he, he asked me if I worked, and I told him no, I didn't. Um, and he immediately he was like, "You don't work?" And I was like, "No." And then he's like, "What do you do for work?" I don't do anything. And he's like, "What do you mean? You don't work?" And I'm like, "No." And I lied to him. And I lied to him because at the end of the day, I didn't care what he thought. I didn't care whether he thought I worked or not. I didn't care for him to know whether I worked or not. All I know is that if you want it that bad, you're not necessarily the type of man that I go for. But let's see, what you're looking for. And I guess he's looking for a mule. I guess he's looking for somebody to go 50-50 with him. At 5'7" with red hair, as an analyst, who's 26 years old. That's not necessarily a package for a woman like me. But then again, it is what it is. He obviously took that question to heart and said, hey, forget it. So high value men, it really isn't a color thing. It really is about money. It's about access to certain lifestyle. And even some of these white guys on this app that are talking to me, they're broke as fuck. I would never. Sorry, Brad, you gotta have money. We call you Brad. We're referring to Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt got money. like we you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say that he has to be filthy rich at all. But he has to have a certain mindset. If I don't work, that really shouldn't mean anything for a man like you. It's not like you expect me to pay for anything. That's my main question. Do you expect me to pay for anything? Because if you do expect me to pay for something, that's a problem. And if you don't expect me to pay for anything, you can feel however you want about me and whether I work or not. But it doesn't really change it either way. For a man that's courting a woman, whether I work doesn't really influence anything unless he's expecting gifts, unless he's expecting me to take him out for drinks, unless he's expecting me to wine and dine him. I don't understand why. Maybe he wanted to pass judgment. Maybe he's one of the millions of men who listen to Kevin Samuels and believes that he's on the right track. But what he just did was he put himself right where he was going to go, into the friend zone. As a matter of fact, of the friend zone, he's gone. That's a man that, like, if I saw him on the street, I would hope he would talk to me. He's not unattractive in the face, but he's just too small. And let me tell you something. If you're going to be a small man, you can be small. But you have to have a certain kind of personality to not small. You know, we love certain small people. Marshall Montano is small. Wizkid is small. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, Michael X is small. Ti is small. Some of our favorite men are small people. But I'm sorry, Brad, you're not going to be a midget and also uh, judgmental about the fact that I said I don't work. And yeah, motherfucker, I actually did work. I do well. And I keep everything moderate and modest because I believe that a high value man doesn't want a girl that does well. I really don't think he wants a woman who is doing so well that he can't help her in life. Which is one of the reasons why I even stay in this place. I mean, I love this apartment. I've done things, I know you guys are thinking whatever you're thinking. There's so much that could happen in this place. And so much has happened here. But for me to get up and buy a house or get a condo, every time I get ready to do something, I've been pre-approved many times. And I've shopped many a time for a condo. Every time I get ready to break bread and pop off some ends and say, go and try to make an offer. Something hits me. It's like, what am I doing? I'm going into the house without the family. I'm not doing that. I think that women who are beautiful and intelligent and who make good money, they need to learn a little bit of strategy. And as a matter of fact, let me put this microphone on because it seems like, hold on for a second. I don't know if anyone, I wonder if you guys didn't hear me at all. Hold on. I hope you guys hear me, but let me put in. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put this other microphone in because I prefer it. It takes up, like, yes, a bottle of water always inside. It's like one of the worst cords. I have so many cords in the studio. It's like one thing goes to one thing, another thing goes to another thing, and then 3 USB outlets. It's crazy. It's a lot. All right. All right. Let me see. Hello, hello, hello. See something. Well, I'm sure it's working at this point. All right, let me see. I'm gonna go on to my other. Let me see if I can. Okay. Let's see if these microphones do what it's supposed to do. I don't understand why I can't do this right now. Let me see. Trying to figure out if the sound is coming through on this here, but here we go. Let's see. Okay, yeah. All right, good. So you can hear me. Well, I was inspired by that live last night. Um, I was inspired by the live that was going on the attorney's page. And I really did, have some thoughts about some of the answers that people were giving about what high value men want. And I think first and foremost, they just want a cool woman, a woman that they can admire, and also someone they can take down nightly. Like I just think that is what's expected. Um, you know, Men and women are expected to give each other time of a lifetime. That's all it's about. I mean, for anything else that I need in life. I have girlfriends and I have other people in my life. And I think it's unrealistic for women to believe that their men, the men that they're trying to attract really want so much to do with them. I don't believe they do. It's interesting. I believe in giving man space. Giving a man an opportunity to hang out with his friends, giving a man, but not even opportunity, it's his life. He's not being given any opportunity. I don't own him. And I think that sometimes in marriage, women forget it's not you who owns your man, it's your man who owns you. And it's not to say that he owns you. He just owns your womb and your reproduction because the whole purpose of marriage, in my opinion, is to bring about a family. And if we're not talking about a family, then we're really not talking about much. We're just talking about people that have blind committed themselves to one another. But don't you want to have a family? Like to me, a family is all it's ever been about. To me, a family is like why a man gets married. He gets married because he wants legacy. He wants to know that his legacy is going to be intact, and he believes in you as a woman to bring forth his legacy. And he sees your face, and he thinks that he could look at that face the rest of his life, whether it was on his daughter or his son or whatever. And I think that's major. I mean, I'll be honest. If a man doesn't like your face, it doesn't matter how much he likes your ass, your backside, and your bottom. It doesn't matter how much he likes any of those things. If he don't like your face, you don't have a shot. Because your face, he's looking at it and wondering if it can be one of his kids' faces. If it could be his son's face. If it could be his daughter's face. Like, I always say LeBron James, if you look at Savannah James, I see why he chose her because not only was she very, very, like, she had a nice body, she's stacked now after all the kids. But one thing about her is she has an amazing face. And he knew he wouldn't get tired of that. And then out comes Ronnie, who looks just like her. And he literally got the best parts of both his parents. And that was what a man like LeBron James was looking for when he found Savannah in high school. Because at the end of the day, he's like, those are my kids right there. That's the face that I want for my children right there. Now his little daughter Zuri, he like loves her, and look at her, she looks just like her. That's another one, just like her mom. That to me is like, and I know the other son, he doesn't necessarily look like the mom, but he's got dad's intelligence. So like to me, that is an ill black family. Like much congratulations to them, and I really hope the best for them, even though they're doing well, and I don't have to hope anything for them. But I love to see black sons. I love to see LeBron James, Savannah James, and squad. And I wish I knew the others. I wish I knew the other sons. I wish I knew the other son's name. But what I will say is that high value men, they're looking at your face, which is one of the reasons why people like Kevin Samuels and so many of these other men around here are saying things like you need to be fit and feminine and all these things, and they like you to have the makeup and fresh face because they want to assess what your face looks like so they can decide if that's what they want their kids to look like. It's like everything is done on a visceral level. Like I bet a man couldn't even sit down and explain what is going through his head. Pretty much just it comes so quickly. Oh my god, guys, look at this cute little baby. Oh my god, look at this little baby. This little baby, look at it. Oh my god, guys, look. Look at this little baby. Oh my goodness, this is the cutest little girl. So now you know I'm ready for kids because now I see them and I care about them. But this little baby is so cute. I was trying to find Savannah James page so I could find the name because I don't like that. I don't like to mention everybody and then leave anybody out. Oh, here he is. Happy 14th birthday, Bryce Maximus. See, that's their other son. And like you can tell he's gonna be a mogul too. And like men be thinking about that. You can't tell me LeBron James didn't see Savannah and think because even you see pictures of her in high school, she had a really cute body, yeah, but she wasn't body yaddy yaddy, she was face. She had a beautiful face. And like she had a great body, yes, but she had a beautiful face. And it's so nice. It's so nice when you see like a black excellent couple and you can tell like that man chose that woman for his legacy. He didn't get stuck with her because she popped his baby out. So I think like men are trying to get married, they think about faces a lot, it seems like. I've been engaged, I've never been married, but I will be married. It's going to happen. I'm not even I'm not even shitting you guys. It's definitely gonna happen. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I don't define myself by marriage. I've accomplished so much in life. And that's why when the guy asked me what I did, it gave me great pride to lie to that man and tell him I didn't work. You know, he's got to be a little bit more intelligent than that. Like, you truly believe that? You truly believe that in 2021, a woman can get away with literally, like, not working? I'm trying to, like, put my Jimmy Choos on the camera so you guys can see them. Here they go. I try to put them in the camera so that y'all know, like, on a daily basis, my feet, hands, everything. My nails gotta be redone though, but still they look good. And like, I think that's important. Let's say my man were coming home right now at 7 o'clock. He would come home to me looking like this, and he would come home to probably a glass of wine or some scotch or whatever he drinks if he drinks, or maybe a shake. Maybe he's a workout type, and he would come home to a plate of food, whatever it is that he likes. And if I didn't cook it, I'd know exactly where to order from. I do cook. Maybe he likes something. Maybe I know that like every time my man works out, he likes, Energy Fuel, the place down the block with all the good shakes and the bland salmon and stuff. Maybe that's what he likes. So that's what I'm gonna get him. And I'll make sure. I think that's the job of a woman. You know, the job of a woman is to be as feminine as possible and to give a man an experience when he gets home, but one that enlightens him and that brings the best out of him, not one that tires him. Right? A lot of the time when I would come back home from work and my man was in here, he was in law school at the time. And, it's so crazy because he just decided he would go back to law school. He did so well at it. And it's just so sad that he had to pass away. But when I would come home, he would be here studying. Like, the man worked during the day and then in the evenings, he worked during some days and then he also took classes on other days. And during the evenings, he would come home and literally he would be studying. And it was so interesting to like just watch him focus. And to me, that's what it's all about. Like focus, focus, and more focus. Men need to have focus so that they can be the best versions of themselves. You know? How can he be the best version of himself if he's hungry? How can he be the best version of himself if he's thirsty? How can he be the best version of himself if he's stressed out? I think what makes me as a woman a little apprehensive sometimes is that when you do start giving a man good treatment and he dials back on all of his responsibilities because he figures you got it. And that's why I told the man I didn't work. Because I'm not going to put myself in a position where a man is expecting me to bring so much money to the table and also cook and clean for him. And also, be waiting for him. Let me see something. Change the title. Yeah, but guys, like the expectation, I guess, is that a woman is beautiful and that she provides a certain level of like interesting content for content, but like you have to be your man's muse. That was one of the points from yesterday that I heavily agree with. You got to make it fun. You know, if the man is tired, he's tired. But how are you supposed to get the energy out of him? You got to make it fun. You know, and so I think sometimes people are just running in circles and everyone's at work and they come home from work and everyone's stressed out. Like I don't want to work because I don't want my man to come home to a stressed out woman. When I work, it's like the devil because I work in masculine industries. So I come home spent energy on eat, just empty, with so much on my mind, you know, like tapping into the reserves of energy, just so much on my mind. And that is exactly what a man with resources does not want if he's going to commit to a woman. He doesn't want a woman to stress out all the time, and it shows. I mean, you can tell when a woman's stressed out because when I was stressed out, I looked like it. I was heavier, skin didn't glow like this. I mean, there's no foundation on my face. I've got lip on, little eyebrow on, but literally, I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. But when we're working all the time and stressed out at the firm, this and that at the office, and then your man comes home and you're not home yet. You know, sometimes he would come home and I wasn't home because I was consulting and get home by 8:30 at night. Like those, you know, one time my fiance sat me down and said, honestly, when we get married, you could quit your job because I feel like you give your job so much time. Like you give, it's like not only are you at work, but you bring home the laptop and then you're on the laptop all night, and it's like, you know, sometimes I want you to please me and things like that. You know, he literally said that to me, and I understood how it was going to quit my job, and literally I still quit my job after he passed because it didn't make any sense. He was right. There's no way in hell that I could keep a relationship with a man that is physical and sexual in nature if I'm coming home at 8:30 in the night from work, where I've been at work all day. I mean, I walked out at 7:45 to get on the train by 8 to get in the door and be ready to work by 9. That means be in the door by 8:40, grab my coffee, and be at my desk signed in by 9. So literally, by the time I come back home, getting home by 8:30, like I get out at 6, but nothing ends at 6. So by 6 or 7, 7:30, I'm getting on the train. Like that was the old corporate lifestyle here in New York, and it's the reason why people don't want to go back into the office. I saw something on the news yesterday where they were saying that basically the new time for people to go out is like 6:30 at night. You get out 6:30 at night. It is what it is, and people are back home by 8, ready to sleep. That's a normal time. It really is a normal time. I just think that sometimes, like I don't like to bore a high value man who doesn't know me with all the things I do in life. I mean, if he wanted that type of woman, he would have asked the girl next to him at work. I always wondered that why the men at work don't ask out a lot of the girls at work because the girls at work are boring. The girls at work, all they talk about is work. So for me, I realized like work is not that is not something that you tote when you're out there trying to find someone to put a ring on it, or even find someone to just give you some level of commitment. You don't want to seem overworked. Men don't want a stressed out rubber band. Sorry, it's true. They they want to be able to see your body in all its glory, and they want to see you healthy and happy. Today, all I did was work out. All I did was work out today. I worked out and I got my hair rebraided and refreshed, and that's all I did today. Now, tonight, all I'm going to do tonight is have a glass of wine and relax myself. But that is the purpose of not working. You have to stress your body out going in and out of someone's office, or doing this and that project and staring at the computer screen all day. That really takes a toll on the way you look. And high value men can see that. They can see that you're in the office all day because you got the dark circles underneath, from staring at the computer all day. So I really do believe, thank you, honey. What's up? What's up? What's up? Share the broadcast, like the broadcast, share the broadcast. I'm new to this, know that. Usually I just come and talk shit. I want to just beef up this page more. You guys will see more videos eventually. I'm just getting into the habit of going live because I was supposed to have gotten into the habit of doing this last year, just every day going live. Now I'm gonna go live every single day. I'm gonna make it a goal for the rest of the summer to go live at least once a day, at least 5 times a week. Yes, sir. But so Stickman, you're in the conversation. Tell us, what is a high value man looking for from a woman? And you're more than, I don't know who you are, but if you would like to call in, or i.e. come into the stream, I can give you the link. And then you can just come into the stream and we can talk shit. So it's up to you, my brother. We're gonna leave the race politics in the back for today, and we're just gonna talk about these good men and women today. So if that's something you would be interested in doing, for sure. Hey, everybody that came in, say what's up in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. Like the broadcast, subscribe. We're just talking about high value men and what they're looking for. And I just did a whole soliloquy where nobody was in this bitch. So if you want me to go back up off my ideas, I can let you know. But, one thing I did agree with from the lead attorneys broadcast last night was that high value men wants a muse. And for me, that means I can't be overworked. I look better when I don't work. And when I say don't work, I mean, yes, I have a laptop job. Right now, I'm not doing that job. Well, I just finished that job a couple weeks ago, moving on to another job, still on the laptop. But my definition of going to work is when you have to leave your home, clock in, and be micromanaged by someone that smells like halal meat, or someone that smells like gefilte fish or something. To me, that's my definition of being at work and overworked. I have no problem being in my industry as long as that laptop works and I don't have to go in that office. But the minute I have to go in that office, all of this changes. High value men are looking for, so Stickman says, high value men are looking for a loyal woman. Loyalty is everything in a woman that has respect for him, especially if you treat her well. I guess he meant if he treats her well. Yeah, sure. High value men, they like loyalty. And I guess, yeah, loyalty is important for everybody though. That's one of those generic answers that I don't get into, because everyone's definition of loyalty is different. My definition of loyalty is making sure that the person that I'm giving loyalty to has the decency to give it back to me. I don't give blind loyalty to anybody just because. Just because they ask for it, so what? I can be loyal to a man, but he has to also demand that type of respect and loyalty. So yes, he can be respected and he will be respected. If he's my man, then I'm pretty much under the assumption that we've gotten past the first few layers of vetting, and so he is to be respected. Otherwise, he would not be my man. So if he is my man, chances are I respect him. If he is someone I don't respect, he'll never be my man. That's just real. Um, but yeah, I think I was saying earlier that high value men, they like to come home to a woman that looks good. And I was saying, like, if my man were to come home today, he could come home to this is what he would come home to. And like, I'm not even at my best. This is a basic little $10 skirt, an old bra, but it's pretty nice. And I would say my Jimmy Choos are probably the most popping thing I've got on. But literally, men want to be inspired when they get home. They don't have a lot of energy. So if you are trying to have a baby and trying to get the seed or the fertilizer or whatever the fuck you bitches want to call it today, but if you're trying to get pregnant, the last thing you want is for him to come home and for you to be in some sweatpants so he could just go deal with his palm tonight. Like, no, I think that most women know that a man is looking for a certain level of beauty in his home. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That's very nice of you. I worked out today. And that's another thing. Women, if you don't work out, a man won't want you because even it's not just about losing weight, it's about maintaining a body shape. Like, for example, if I don't go and do certain squats, I don't have the ass that's going to sit super high. So for me, I have to go into the gym and really work on my ass. I have to really put that time in to get the squats popping because at the end of the day, I don't have the high ass. Now, titties are perfect. Sorry, they are. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But ass, and for me, also stomach, I'm a person that, like I just ate and I had a lot of water and stuff. But I'm the kind of person that I have to work out in the morning if I want my stomach to have a certain kind of appearance. That metabolism has to be going before I eat. So I'm a person that has to stay in the gym to maintain the appearance of even my body. It's not you get your body, yes, but it because I don't have surgery, I literally have to stay on top of this here tummy and this here ass here. Because if I had surgery and I could just, and the funny thing is, I've paid for surgery. I just never got it done because I figured I would look too crazy. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is one of the highest compliments ever. My skin tone. When people compliment me on my skin tone, it is one of the best compliments. You get points for that because I love my skin tone too, actually. I do. I fought my mother on this shit. I fought her for so many years about how I felt like, why'd she get with that man? But now that I think about it, if I look at my complexion and I look at my father's complexion, I don't have his complexion. I have hers. And to be honest with you, if I look at his face and I look at her face, I don't have his face. I have hers. So God bless you, Brenda. May you rest in peace. Like, it hurt my feelings today when I saw that Keisha Cole's mom passed away because both of our moms had drug issues. But I must say, my mom wasn't as bad as Keisha Cole's mom, but she was bad enough to have died. And the reality is that she is the one who gave me this face, and she is the one who gave me this skin tone. You want to see a picture? I'm going to show you. My mother, the person who gave me my face and my skin tone. You care to know? That's right. That's Miss Brenda Wainwright. You feel me? That's my mother. Let me tell you something. We've been through hell, and I'm so happy that she is in a better place. But I'm gonna tell you, my mom died with this beautiful face. So one thing a man gets when he gets with me is he's gonna have a beautiful. This is my mother, at damn near 60 years old. This my mother is like 54 here, literally. So one thing you know when you get with me, or one thing a man knows. Yes, one thing is my mom was pretty, and you got to forgive my mom's weight. She came up at the time when they were raping the foods with high fructose corn syrup and all these bullshit additives. If you look at pictures of my mother when she was 17, 18, she was actually tall and slender. She's 5'9". And to be honest with you, a high value man wants to see what your mom looks like because he wants to see what that face is going to look like. He knows your body's going to fall off because he plans on putting 4 or 5 babies up in that body. So your body's not really what he's looking at. He wants to see your mom's face. My fiance, he was so happy that when he saw my mother's face, he said, damn, I would never know your mom had any kind of drug issue because she literally is gorgeous in the face. And my mom was like a Whitney Houston kind of story. My mom is American. My dad is Jamaican. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. And she is the one who is probably more likely Fula. She's likely to be the Fula person. Because I have her face and she had all the genes and she had the complexion and she's likely to have been that person. And he may also be Hausa or something like that. I'm guessing he might be the Hausa. My mom's probably the Fulani. But quite frankly, I got blessed. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't hate myself. I actually really love the way I look. I really love, but this is not about me. This is overall about an idea that high value men, they're looking for something, and it comes once in a blue. You can't plastic surgery your face into a high value man's bedroom. I think they don't mind your body being done because men know things happen with bodies. When we start cutting up your face now, they start looking at you funny. My IG is Miss Jack's Baby. Let me just send it to the chat. And don't be a lurker either. Make sure that you like the page and that you follow so I know who you are. I hate people that do stuff like that. Don't be corny. There's a whole bunch of corny people in my Hinge right now. That's why I never go on any date because from Hinge at least. You're likely to get a date with me if you meet me in the street type thing. Like if we're at a bar or a lounge or if we're in the supermarket or if you see me doing something and you talk to me, I'm more likely to be receptive to that than to be receptive to this because the minute you say something stupid, I end up just another thing that was said yesterday on the Lead Attorney's channel was, and I do have a filter for this, so I need to start using it because I do hear that. One of the things that was said was that, what does a man deserve? What does he deserve? Does a man deserve who's making $50,000 to deal with someone who's overweight and stuff? Listen, I don't know. I haven't dated a man who makes $50,000 in a long while. I will tell you that the Dusty that was camping out of my house while I was in Africa, he, had the potential of making 80, but he always came short at about 50 or something. But he was somebody that I wasn't sexual with, somebody that I wasn't with, just someone that I kind of like, chilled with him every now and then, just talk shit with them, come around, smoke a blunt, we chill. Like, he's not really someone I care about at all. But I will say that he probably made like 50. And what I will say is that shit was tight for him all the time. Every week, shit was tight for him. So I don't think it's possible. I think that at certain thresholds, men don't need to be dating. I mean, even the real estate agent at the brokerage, the young 25-year-old version, even he was making $65,000 last year. So it's like, I don't understand um, how a grown ass man looking for a family could consider himself high value at $50,000. Not in New York City. I know you can do something with that somewhere in Arkansas or something, but not out here. It's not possible. I think high value men are looking for sex appeal too. They it's not just enough to be beautiful. You also have to be the type of woman that when you walk in the room, all their friends want you to. Good majority of their friends should be looking at you, and he should know they're looking at you. Good amount of your friends need to be um, watching. Good amount of his friends will be watching you. I feel like whoever is the breadwinner should help their partner, especially as Black people. We need to stop being evil to each other. We need to stop following Western society. I think that that's not. I think that that is your opinion, but that's not a very clear cut opinion because what you're implying is that in the Eastern society, because there's only East and West, what you're implying is that in the Eastern society, people are not equal to each other, which is a lie. There's plenty of obia all over the fucking place. So let's debunk that one already. And following Western society down a path of what breadwinner, no, that's Eastern stuff. When you get to Africa, when you get to Asia, and anywhere else besides America, men take care of women completely. There is no working when you're a woman. So the fact that a man in a Western society believes that it is a woman's imperative job to help him stabilize a life by which he can bring about his legacy shows that he doesn't really have an understanding of what family and marriage is about, or even how societies have traditionally been run for centuries and eons. For centuries and eons, men have been taking care of women because that's what they do. And we're not going to change anything in 200, 300. Wait, how long is this? 400 or 500 years? We're not going to change anything in this short 500 years in the United States they because they want the black woman to be a mule. So because the general Western society wants the black woman to be a mule, now black man comes on top of a black woman's body and wants her to be a mule also. I think that that's highly irresponsible. Just make enough money to take care of your woman and your child, and stop looking for easy outs and stop looking for help. Like the fact that help comes out of a man's mouth to a woman. I'm not criticizing you, stick man, specifically, because me and you, I'm on this broadcast and you're one of the nice people that continue to watch me, and I really appreciate you, but I'm not really calling you out. I'm calling out the idea. The fact that men are asking their other half or their counterpart to help them when it is clear as day that it was a man's job and it's still his job to provide for his family and to provide for society, it shows me the weakness that's going on in Western society. If you get to Eastern society, there's one man taking care of 4 or 5 women with 4 or 5 houses, with 4 and 5 cars, with 4 and 5 private schools, with 4 and 5 sets of children. That could be up to 15, 16 children. Good point. But we got to remember the society we live in today. We never met for us 60 was never meant for us 60 years ago. Our people were catching hell and black men and women had no chance but be together through the hardest of time. I agree. I agree. Nobody's saying that they shouldn't be together now. It's a hard time right now. It's a rough time right now. I don't know if you notice, but people are getting gunned down every day. 9 people were shot in Brooklyn last night, and I'm pretty sure they were all black men, young black boys shooting each other. So you're right, but what kind of help are you looking for? We've already given the help that we're going to give. We've already held the society together, black women. We've done enough. So for me, I hate talking about those conversations because these are the conversations that make polarize people. Overall, we're talking about what a man needs, a high value man. A high value man is not saying the word help to a woman. That high value men don't do that. They feel disgraced that they have to ask their girlfriend for help. A high value man should have so many men to ask for help before he asks his woman that you really have to be it has to be on some like Jovinal and Martin Moisa. If it's not like that, then it's really not. Like I could see if he was like, help me, honey, like they're coming to gun me down. That's different. That's a different kind of situation. But if you're talking about like help you, like, and even then, what could she have done? The best she could have done was try to secure some other people to try to help her husband. It didn't work. She did the best she could. But she did one thing. She lived long enough to tell his story and to tell people what happened. So she fulfilled her loyalty. Martine Moise fulfilled her loyalty because till the last second she was with her husband, even when they were gouging his eyes out, even when they were dismembering him, even when they were gunning him down with automatic rifles. She was right there. She's in Miami giving a whole testimony now. So yes, that is a good woman, and high value men love loyalty. That's the kind of loyalty I can provide. But the loyalty that says you're gonna need my help to establish this family on a visceral level, you need to provide all of the shelter. You need to provide all of the food. You need to provide everything needed for those kids. And you need to provide me the space to be able to raise them. Other than that, we're good. That's about it. So I think like high value men, I think they know better than that. They don't want a woman that works like that. It disgraces them to have to see their girl get up every day and be sweating on the train. I'm like, what? Next to a bunch of like, horny old men. And she's got her little pencil skirt on, and that makes them mad. That used to make my fiance pissed. It used to make him mad when he was at law school to know that like I would be in the firm and that some of these old men would be taking me to Cipriani during the lunch breaks to see my ass bouncing around. Because the reality is I'm a thick black woman in financial services, so it is what it is. No man wants his woman out there every day. He wants to put her in a home and lock her up there. Oh yeah, encourage him to do better for sure. You don't speak that on a man. I'm gonna always encourage a man to do better. I agree with you on that. If you can encourage him to do better, then yes, encourage him to do better. Encourage him to do better because that will give your family more resources. If he does better, it's better for you. So I agree with you on the encourage him to do better part. Whatever has to happen in order for him to get up and make $1 tomorrow, then you need to say that, you need to do that, and you need to be that woman. So I agree with you on that. Anyway, Stickman, it's getting late, and I really do want to follow up on some things. I really do want to follow up on a couple of things. Let's see what's going on here. Anyway, yeah, for sure, guy. I mean, I just think that it's true that a man is looking for a muse and he's looking to have fun and he's looking to have the life brought into his life and he's looking to reproduce and replicate his image with your face on it. And he wants to do that in peace and tranquility. I think the hardest part for me is being peaceful when shit is not right. But when things are perfect, I have no problem being peaceful. My last relationship, I was very peaceful. Everything was paid for and taken care of. and I never wanted for anything. So I was very peaceful. I was the best version of myself in that. Well, not really. I'm the best version of myself now, even though I'm not in a relationship. I actually have rebuilt my whole mentality and rebuilt my whole life and changed my look and everything. So it took a couple years, but I'm here. Um, but I was also a very good, solid woman when I was in that relationship. So I think that good relationships bring the best out of each other, and in the Black community, we got to keep bringing the best out of each other and keep pushing ourselves for more. If I have to push myself to have a flat tummy and look sexy enough for my husband on a daily basis, right? Like if I have to do that, if I have to do that, then you have to make money. If I have to put in time, then you have to make money. It's just that simple. If I have to be the kind of woman that cooks and cleans and draws your bath water, then you got to make bread, right? If I got to be the kind of woman that has a nice outfit on every Friday and every Saturday with a body that is well crafted in the gym, well, you've got to pay for that. And I think the only way to say it is to just show what it is. I mean, men say they want natural beauties and they want this and this and that, but are they willing to do what is necessary? Are they willing to pay? Are they willing to, are they, so for example, I hit up a man today and I told him, you know what? I'm tired of living in New York. I want to come to Atlanta. And the reason why I said that to him was because I wanted him to just offer me, yes, that's my underarm, guys. That's called natural deodorant. Okay. Like it can't be perfect. I wanted him to know that like I'm tired of being in New York, and if you wanted me to be in your presence, I really do want to come to Atlanta, see what it's about. That's just me being honest. If a man is interested, he's going to make it happen. If a man wants you around, he's going to bring you to where he's at. And though that's how I find out what a man's true intentions are for me. When I try to elevate myself and I ask his opinion and he gives me an opinion contrary to something that would really benefit me, then I know how he perceives me. When I ask to be in an area where he is and he tries to steer me into other areas, that shows me that he's not really, you know, being honest about his intentions for me. I think if you know what a man's intentions for you are, then you can easily work to to create the relationship you want, or if not, navigate out of that relationship to something better. And that's all I have to say. I'm about to hop off out of here. Thank you guys so much. No price can be placed on the Black woman. Real men gonna take care of you naturally, of course. Real men are gonna take care of you naturally. And peace, guys. A Black beauty. You know, I'm out. Bye.